Hey there, I'm coming live. I caught up on my responding to comments on my videos, and wanted to make sure I did that. I uploaded a video because I don't want to lose the skill of that. Plus, I was using Clipchamp, which I had started using initially before I downloaded that Movavi software thing, which I find that's very sus, that company or whatever. So like I was like, I reset my computers, keep my computers. I didn't put it back on there. I kind of don't plan on putting it back on there because I really something about it doesn't feel right about. And so I used Clipchamp for the first time in a long time, and I added the music that I had gotten from YouTube's audio library that's in studio, and it was one of those songs that I was playing the other day on the live, and I like it. And so I was trying it by actually I downloaded that song and then I added it to the video in Clipchamp. So I want to see how that works. Even though that's adding stuff to my computer, I can figure out a way to store it so that it's on its own and doesn't get crazy. Um, yeah, so that's what I did, and I'm thinking I need to empty this. I know I need to empty this. Ooh, look at that. That's gross. I really need to empty it. I just emptied two of my other um, sharpeners that I've been using. And one I think I don't know, I need to go outside and spray some air stuff or whatever because um, it's this one and I like it. I like how it opens like this. It's a one of those Rechettas. That's what it's called, Rechetta. It's not the name of a person, it's the name of a sharpener. And if you, I don't know if you can tell, see how dusty and everything it is in there? I'm afraid to do that inside. I'll start sneezing or something, so I got to figure out a way to like spray some air in there and get all that out because I don't want it to build up. But where's my little sharpener? Oh, there it is. Ooh, child, I need to clean up my desk, but in part, I don't know. I might be putting away pencils on this live because I got a whole lot of pencils. Hey, Ivy, happy Friday. I um I I don't know what it is with that mythographic book, but I can't get out of it, and I'm making myself get out of it because I'm like, stop, stop, stop. It's like once I start something I can't finish. Um, like there's still stuff I need to do on this page, but I'm just gonna come back to it another time. Well, most obviously that, but I just want to move on to something else because, sometimes I feel like if I stay with something too long, I'm really gonna mess it up. Um, this is the one I did on the upload. I actually used black marker. Where's my marker? These markers with no name. Kind of like the song Back If You're Old Like Me by that band America Horse with No Name. This is a marker with no name. Well, it says paint markers, but that doesn't do anybody any good. Um, and I did black on here, kind of like trying to get my skills up with using the markers, and I can still see like um, the spots, the separation marks or whatever. I might be able to blend that in like a pencil or something. I don't know if I'm going to bother to do that or not. In a way, it's kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, I couldn't. I did this side last night. Sorry that I keep shaking the what do you call it? What's it called? Yeah, that's why I couldn't. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to come live tonight or not because I don't think I can talk right in more than one way. My brain is just like all like a lot in it, and then I can't pronounce L's and a lot of other things right now. It really has, the braces really are bracing. Um, But last night I did this, and I kind of was like experimenting and playing in this because it wasn't like I particularly like this page or this book or anything. Although there's some the illustrations seem like kind of interesting to color. Um, but I used orange acrylic marker, and then while it was wet, I says, "Well, let's see what happens if I do this." And I put the yellow on top. Like I just had like the edge here. The edges were orange, and then so I took my yellow acrylic marker and went on top and started blending. Now it's probably going to ruin my yellow marker a little bit, but I just wanted to see what it was going to do. They're not the markers aren't going to last forever, and they weren't that expensive, I'm sure. So, because I'm just trying to learn how to deal with them, so I wasn't trying to go whole hog on price or nothing. So it mixed. It was wet enough to mix. And I found that interesting. And even though it looks weird, it's like, sticking out of nowhere, but I like it. I don't know. I'm just going to let it be that. I'm kind of just playing around in this book, really, to figure out stuff, I guess. This one, I did the lilac acrylic marker, which it seems that I've used that before because I didn't have a whole. It feels like it's running out of ink. But I did that, and then I shaded a little bit over it to see how it would shade. Um, because some acrylic markers don't seem to like you to do anything over it, or there's certain pencils you can't do that with. And I used a Prismacolor, which, like, they're known for wanting to make their presence known. And I shaded this and I blended it, and it did work. So I mean, I probably ideally would like to blend it in a little bit more, but the fact that it did this much out of like a dark line on the edge, I was impressed. I thought, okay, we'll keep that stored for future knowledge, future use. Um, so after so I did orange down here. Why orange? Because I could. Because I really didn't know what colors to put in this. I didn't know, so I just started pulling out whatever. So I put orange at the very bottom. Then I put lilac because I figured orange, the contrast with the green leaves. Okay. Then I did purple contrasting with the red and orange and yellow in these. And there's like this pinkish purple, but there's not enough of it for it to clash with there being purple in the background. So I thought, okay, well, let me put that lavender lilac color there. Um, and because I found out the color for this sign is red, I wanted something where red would stand out in the picture. I guess was kind of what I felt myself trying to do. Um, so that's why I have Aries in red. I had thought about doing these red, but I kind of would want a metallic red, and I didn't want to go searching to see if I had one, and I really didn't want to use pencil because I do have a metallic red pencil, but I didn't want to use that here. Um, and so like now I feel like it's a lot of like next stage dealing with the edges, darkening some of the colors so they pop more. I did just I went through after I did this black part, and I actually darkened his hair. So I used this color. It's what is it? It's called sandstone. And because it's a Derwent Light Fast, the color kind of goes down kind of heavy, and it's really kind of vibrant. So, and which was what I needed because it was looking really dull, even duller than it was looking originally after I put the black there. So, yeah, so I'm going to be working on just kind of contouring and making the colors pop a little bit more, delineation between the different things here, cleaning up the edges, and then I'm going to have to do the gold metallic marker to, for the stars and things. So I think color inside of his ear. little things like that. So I'll come back at another time to do that when I'm in the mood to do that kind of touch up kind of thing. Thank you, Ivy. I'm kind of surprised how fast I worked on this. Um, I don't know why or how that happened. Maybe I just had such a frustrating week. I kept coming back to it to color and coming to color anything because I didn't care what it was. So I started on this one, but then I was like, you know what? I need a break. I need to color in a different book. And last week I had started in here, and I started on the first page. Is this? I think this is the first page. Yeah, I started on the first page, which is kind of strange because for me, because these are all rocks. They're just all rocks. Um, Something's changing with me with my coloring that didn't put me off. I started doing that kind of search and destroy kind of method, you know, um, to just color one at a time, and it was really relaxing for me to color these. And so I don't know. I don't know if I feel like gathering the colors, making sure I gather the right colors for this or not. I kind of do. I kind of don't. But I don't want to change what's here. So let's see how thoughtful I feel like being tonight. I really want to color in something simple, but I got to pull out my markers kind of to do that. I think I do. And I got so much crap on my desk right now that like it's like, oh brother, that transition is going to be hard. So I don't know. I just wound up with a lot on my desk, and I'm going to have to um, probably tomorrow I'm going to clear off all my pencils and stuff off of my desk, so and get my watercolor stuff out and figure out a system for using the watercolors, because on Sunday, that's what we're doing over at Foxy's Foxy Colors channel. We're going to work in watercolors in this book. Is it under there? It's under here somewhere in this book. So yes, I got to get ready for that, because me and watercolors, we don't have a relationship at all. So it's going to be new for me. Um, and I did prep the page that I'm going to do in here. So I used the Daniel Smith watercolor grounds, the transparent ones, and I'm debating whether I should do another layer or not. I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, so I think I use this color. I'm in love with this color. The terracotta. I think I probably use that. Yellow. The pale yellow. That's what I was using. I really wish I could get these back in the case. We'll do that tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm going to have to do work. Because I'm behind in that, so... I think I probably used a gray in there somewhere. Although that's one of their grays, but I can put these away. Where do I put them? On this desk. Oh, I forgot to put in the description. I've been using on the Aries page. I've been using these Spectrum Noir Color Blend pencils. So they're in there too. I need to put that on there. I think these are all in the case. I love this case so much. It's so cute. It's adorable. It's like a purse almost. Yeah, I have watercolor pencils, and I don't know if Foxy's gonna let me get away with using those. I don't know how to use those either, but that would give me a little more control, maybe. But then I have watercolor sets, and I've been waiting to use them, and so in a way, this is like my opportunity all of my little testing cards. I don't swatch, but I do test sometimes. Yeah, so that will be different for me. What pencil is this? Oh, I don't know why that's there. I don't want that there, really. Oh, I wonder if these are... What's that? Okay. So we're going to kind of get this in order before I start to color. Oh, there's some more. Separate the... Oh, there's another one of them grays. So you can put the Derwents back. Or not the Derwents, the... What is this? Faber-Castells. But where did I just put it in here? Tried to put them on one side. I don't know if that worked. Got too many pencils out. Too many. Okay. Oh, this is way... Okay, this is not where it should be. Okay. This is an... Oh, that's another one, I think. Maybe. Let's close these guys out. Oops, not like that. Oop, two hands sticking underneath there. Christmas. And... Oh, we got an extra one. Maybe that's why one was out. Okie dokie. And is this the same as... No, it's a little darker. Okay. And I need a pale yellow. I was using pale yellow on these. I think it was paler than that. There it is. Okay. Now we got it. I have too many. We'll play with it. These are the ones... I don't know if I was using this at all, but I'm going to leave it out. These are what I was using to do the rocks. And I just was doing them little by little and wondering if I should make change the color of them as they get, like, as they go in a certain direction, which might keep me from getting bored. I tried to make the ones that are underneath the rocket, underneath the stream there, to make them a little paler. I'm trying to get some kind of like pattern going there. Because it seems like it'd be kind of boring if they were all the same color. It seems like they need some kind of variation, but I don't know if we're coloring. I think we're all just going to choose. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think we're all just going to choose a pop manga book and color in it, because I don't have. I actually bought this one for doing that challenge, so it's the only pop manga book I have, and I think other people have already like colored theirs all up and everything. So, of this particular book. So, yeah. So, like, if you wanted to color along and color in the Flights of Fancy book, that would be cool. And somebody might be coloring in that one. Actually, is that her newest one, or this should be that color. How many planets are splitting apart here? I don't know. I feel like that should be red. I don't know why, but I do. So let's see if I can get in that same zone I was in that I did these other rocks, because I don't know what it was. It seemed like it was kind of unlike me to go in and just color rock after rock. I was like, really? And then like the way it was, the modeling on it's like, really? We're doing this? Linda, you've changed. I might need to sharpen these a little bit. I'm trying to like, what do you call it? If I were a rock, trying to be a rock. Just like they'll tell you, like in an acting class, okay, be this, be that, be a rock. Oh, okay. So chances are a lot of them are actually coloring in that one. Yeah, I don't have that one. I just went through to look and see which one would I like to color in the most, or not like to color in the least, because their pictures kind of freak me out. So where is that green? I don't know. I'm just weird. I got like so many. It's like this past 6 months have been the year of buying coloring books for me, because like I've really gone like over the top. And every time I say I need to stop, I find another one I need to get for one reason or another. I really need to stop. I get Foxy's coloring books um, on Monday. They're supposed to arrive. So looking forward to that. I've really been wanting to color in Bailey Black's book, and the funny thing is, the other day I said I'm going to do it anyway, even if I can't get all my markers out. And I did it with pencil, and I was kind of unhappy. It's like I want my markers. I love doing markers in that book, so I'm gonna have to make a point next week, at least sometime, to switch out and get my markers out, because the like the what do we call them, permanent markers or the alcohol markers, because I am missing them. Yeah, I I don't know. It's like when you which I don't know. I'm kind of sensitive, I guess, because you start. It's like even in the like I can't get that Kirby book with the about the endangered animals, because I don't want to be sitting there crying while I'm coloring. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Is it? Yeah. Oh, I was hopeful of that, and then I opened it up and I was like, oh, that picture's in here. I'm like, oh. But yeah, that's good to hear that it is the least creepy, because that's kind of what I need. I don't know. It's really weird. It's like I don't know, because I look at the oh, I guess maybe it said it's the fantasy creepy part or something, and it is in part because it like with the animals and like they're either sitting on their head or I don't know. It's like I feel like I don't know what the narrative is to this. This is kind of like I don't understand. It's really I can't even explain it. I don't know why I'm trying, because I don't understand why I respond that way. Because I have those Jasmine Beckett Smith books, and some of them are kind of creepy, but they're kind of creepy in a more kind of naturalistic way or something, I guess. I don't know. And I can handle that. I got a narrative for that or whatever, but I don't for an octopus sitting on your head and looking like they're sucking your brains out, but you're smiling. Like I don't understand. Does not compute. I need a darker brown. That's what I'm missing. See my darker brown. They almost look like biscuits. These these rocks. They look like biscuits. So I figured I would color all the bigger ones and then see what it looks like from there. But this is a lot of freaking rocks. But then I thought, well, if you don't color this page and you go flipping through to something else, it's like, why not color this page? Why would I not color the first page? So I started coloring the first page. And I found it really relaxing. And they look like biscuits. I'm surprised at like how dark it is now. And I keep thinking that it's later than it is. But then I guess do we change the time this weekend? That would kind of make sense because if it were 7 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock, that would make more sense to me now than well, it's the end of daylight savings. So yeah, but anyway, no, but we fall back. Oh, that's weird. We don't leap forward, we fall back. So it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Seems more like it's 7 o'clock to me than almost 6, and then the real time is almost 5. That doesn't seem right either. I don't know. Did I have a gold? I'm trying to think if I had a gold out here with this. What's that? Oh, that's it, rose color. I don't know if I wanted that. Man, if it's, wow. If we fall back and then this is actually going to be almost 5 o'clock, goodness gracious. It's really dark for 5 o'clock. So this is a very interesting week. I think I spent a lot of time coloring just because it was all I could handle. I was just my brain was like, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but it was so full of stuff that I had to process that I was like, oh, I couldn't do anything, but I couldn't add any new data to my head. It's like, nope, that's it. We've reached the end. This is it. um, I mean, it wasn't bad stuff, but it was very like kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think if I told anybody, it wouldn't make sense to them anyway. So we scratch that. Oh, that looks interesting. There's something about doing these where it doesn't really exactly feel like coloring. Yeah. Yeah, the cuteness. Yeah, exactly. The cuteness with the weirdness. Kind of. Yeah, and with Jasmine Beckett Griffith, at least, like, it's kind of, um, the goth is gothing in it. So, like, it's just more straightforward. Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree. It seems weird to be so sensitive over a drawing, but I don't want my cuteness like that mixed with, I don't know. And I don't want my animals mixed with something, I don't know. I'm weird. I keep saying that over and over again. I should just shut up and color. My vocabulary is limited today. Like I said, my head is full. I don't want to change that out of that. I want it to stay that kind of tannish color. Um, yeah, and I was kind of surprised that I bought her books too. But when I got one and I saw how well made they were, I think that kind of hooked me. Um, the paper, and I thought, well, I can play around on this paper and do a whole bunch of things, and they think that kind of caught me. Um, that Alice in Wonderland book looks really interesting, and I'm usually not into big faced characters at all, so it was kind of odd that I bought it because of that. But I don't know, something about it felt like opportunity to learn something and to it's almost like those books call for really archivy kind of coloring, which like will definitely push me, push me. Period. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sharpen all of these in my Racheta. Racheta. See, I can't even say that right. Actually, got my last reimbursement for my braces. I guess they were giving it to me in like, I don't know, it might have been 2 or 3 reimbursements I got. I have to double check. I just got it today. Like when I got home, my husband told me that I got it, and so I have to check in my folder for all that stuff and see which one that is. But that to me is like a sign that okay, we're nearing the end. They sent in the last part of the billing, so we'll see what's next when I go there next week. I go next Wednesday. Just the fact that I have really been able to eat like normal and I'm getting back to eating my normal foods I eat, I could tell that okay, we're getting near the end. So I've been wearing my rubber bands. A couple nights I forgot. Um, but for the most part, I've been wearing my rubber band at night. Sometimes during the day, I catch myself. I'm thinking that I should have one on during the day, but I don't need to wear one during the day anymore, or not this round. Maybe next round. Um, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, so now I got all sharp pencils. I think I was starting these off with this, but I don't want to start everyone off like that. Excuse me. I don't even have any coffee with me. It's downstairs. I'm wondering, like, should I be? I don't know. I don't think they don't have a reference in this book to these pictures, do they? I don't think they do. No. I don't want to mess with that one. don't do too much to it. I don't know, I may have to color something else a little bit. But see, I have that, I've had them on since last October, October 14th. And they told me 18 months, that they expected that I would need them on for 18 months. So we're getting close. And then I don't know, because like when I looked at YouTube videos with people who had braces on and things that like orthodontists on there talked about, like there's things that people do afterwards, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to spend any more money, but as long as as long as my teeth are safe, and that's mostly what I'm concerned about. But, and I've been using a what do you call it? Enamel toothpaste, and I have that purple crest mouthwash that's supposed to be, for like help strengthen the enamel or whatever. Because after they, take off the braces, they take the glue off and all that stuff that's holding the brackets, and so sometimes the enamel is a little bit kind of weak or compromised or something in that space, but it'll build back up again. So I'm hoping, everything's okay with that. And I've been doing the enamel toothpaste and stuff in addition to the that mouthwash to hopefully make it so that there's no big issue with that afterwards. I just had no idea how much went into, how much was going on with getting braces, all this stuff. Some people get tooth whitening. I'm like, I don't really care about that too much. I just want them to be able to do what they do. My teeth don't look like, yellow or anything like, like they don't match my, my body, my mouth or whatever. So if my teeth were white, they would look strange. So plus I know natural things that you can do for teeth whitening too. So I don't think I really need that. Sometimes when I see people with white teeth, it just looks unnatural. It's like, that's weird. A lot of freaking rocks. I make that one really yellow for some reason. Maybe I should do that to all of them down there. some. This one looks like a face. I like that one. Looks like a nose in the mouth. Oh, I don't want that yellow. I think I need more of this yellow pencil too. Cream, it's called. I use this a lot. So Monday, I'm getting Foxy's 2 coloring books. And the funny thing is, there was something else I had thrown in my cart just to remember what it looks like, not to buy it. And unfortunately, because I clicked so fast on the cart to purchase, I'm getting that too. It's kind of hilarious. But I think I'll do an unboxing of it online because I don't know. Because it's kind of funny that I'm getting it and I didn't really want to get it. I wanted to use it as a reference, just to look at it online and look at it as a reference. Oh well, maybe I'm supposed to do something with them. So I have that page actually in um, the Maria Troll book. Where did I put the Maria? There it is. I don't even remember what page it is now that I was working on. That I can color too. Well, I guess we're doing these little ones a little bit. And I have more fall pages, those PDFs. Hmm. Hmm. I never thought I'd be coloring a page of rocks. Really didn't. Wasn't on my list of things to color. See what Kirby made me do. I also have that Jasmine Beckett's Griffith page to color too. But I always feel like when I go to hers, I gotta be in learning mode. It's terracotta. Thank you. I don't know why they seem to be clicking for me because I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like my head must, I don't know. I feel like my head is going into painting mode a lot lately. And instead of like, like, I don't know, I say instead of coloring, like, but that's probably not the right word for it. But instead of coloring with a colored pencil, I really am like approaching it like I have a paintbrush. And I don't know how that suddenly started happening with me, but it seems like there's some pages I start doing that. It's like, oh, and maybe it's the pencils, because the pencils that I'm using now actually like have blending capabilities that make it similar to using a paintbrush with pigment. So that might be what's bringing it out. How long can I go on painting rocks? Got a lot done. There's a lot here. Just still keep thinking about the colors. Like if there's a way to make the colors shift that looks interesting, to go from this to something else. And I don't know what that would be. I don't want it to be unsubtle, for lack of a better word. I don't know. Because they're relatively new to me, so that's hard for me to say. But let's see. I can show you the ones I have. I mean, I went crazy and just like got a whole bunch of them. I don't even know if I may have even gotten all of them. Maybe she put the Malokia on me or something, and I just bought them all. Okay, I'm trying everyone but those. That one, no. That's that one either. That's that one either. Oh, that's one. What's this one? Okay, so there's this one, Mermaids, which is kind of cute, and I think this is the first one I got. That little dragon or whatever. It's just adorable. And I haven't colored in. I'm only colored in two books of hers. Let's see, some of the drawings like this. I really like this drawing. That one wouldn't be so outside of something that maybe I would, just color for fun. But some of these, their faces are so big. It's like, oh my god. But there's something interesting about them. But I also feel like I needed to use more than pencil. So there's this one, and they're kind of sweet. And then there's the Alice in Wonderland one. Ooh, that's really big. Ooh, she looks mean. She looks a little devious. That's kind of interesting, though. Around the... I kind of like this page. Oh, that's cute, too. The paper on these are just so amazing. That I that's what gets me. And the design of the books, and they're all like this, with the it has this in there, the cover, the flap. I don't know, it's just amazing to me. And I don't know where the other two are, and I thought I saw them not that long ago. That one. Oh, this is the one I've been coloring in, I think. No, this is the Alice in Wonderland book. And I think I just have this one, and then I have the one I've been colored. Oh, is it just no? I might have 5. which is really weird. But anyway, um, this is Alice in Wonderland. She did this one in 2019. So yeah, I don't really have a suggestion because I haven't really colored in them much. How cute. I love when she does the striped stockings. And the bird is really cool. Tea party treats. Okay, that looks kind of fun. Oh, that face. It's different from her other faces. And I kind of like it. Cheshire Cat. She doesn't look amused. He's got extra sizers. Good job. Disney Springs. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. It's a Bosch. Oh, she says, and here we have. Every time she says Bosch in a Bosch landscape, here we have my Alice in Hieronymus Bosch inspired landscape. Interesting. So that's a little bit of that one. I do like that these have different sizes of images. So it varies it a little bit. Does she have one of those for? Oh, she did a guy. Oh, that's interesting. She doesn't have a four. Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh, how cool. She did Alice as in that Van Eyck painting, that famous painting. That's kind of cool. Now, I thought she had one that has the Queen of Hearts in it. Ooh, her eyes are huge. She's got fish eyes. Little Bambi. So she doesn't have, like that other one, she doesn't have a panel picture. Okay, here we go. Here's the Queen of Hearts. Looks like Queen Victoria a little bit. Alice falling down the rabbit hole. No, Alice and the pig. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I'm still thinking about like what medium to use in this book, because it seems like this paper would handle anything, and I don't know. And she's got individual small faces. Oh, cool. And she has this. I like these panels. I like her face. Some more. Sitting with the Mad Hatter. Like her. How she gets those expressions on such a simple face. It's kind of interesting. Oh, here we go. Alice Alice in Las Meninas. So it's kind of like an art history thing. She says here. So she did some of these in some of these in here that like we already looked at. She's trying to like do some kind of mashup with a um, with Alice in Wonderland or Alice in the Looking Glass and a traditional art painting. I can't talk. Sorry. It's kind of cute. I'm almost kind of feeling like I need to like print these on another piece of paper to try and play around and get an idea of what to do with them. Because I did color in one book and I didn't really like what he did. It's a cormorant, a dodo. Yeah, so that's cool. With the frog at the end. Alice and the Frog Footman. Yeah, I have two more, but I don't know where they are. And I don't know why I can't see them. I don't know if they're buried somewhere. I don't think I have them in here. Maybe I do. I don't realize it. I don't know. I didn't see it right off. Yeah. Oh no, I don't see it. This one? This looks like one. The covers are so distinct. Is this the one? No, this is another one. Okay, yeah, this is the one I started coloring in. And yeah, this was like, I don't know, like, am I coloring, like, is it measuring up to the quality of the book? That's what I started feeling. And it's like, I don't know. This one's called Fantasy Art Adventure. And this is the first one. It's called The World. Okay, looking at it now, I like it, but I still feel like it needs some sparkle or something. I can't get a decent. Well, let's see how we can get it higher so you can see more of it. And I don't know why it's cockeyed like that. There we go. I don't mind it so bad now that I look at it. But at the time, I was like, I still feel like it needs something though. I felt very challenged. So she gives each one of these um, women a name. This is called Clockwork Dragonling. Um, oh, she's cute. She's called Paisley. A sweet little hippie fairy. This is going to make me come back to this book. Pipistrello, Italian for bat. An illustration for a short story written by Amber Logan that will also be appearing in my upcoming art book from Blue Angel. Okay. Oh, they're adorable. Look at them. What's that? That's some kind of creature. I can't remember the name of. Alice and Snow White. So she's shown her work. She's done these like as actual paintings herself, and that she's shown in various places. About the stockings, I'm always into those stockings. Like her hair. Her hair is like the owl. The howl. Yeah, so that's this book, which I do. I think this was the first one I got. Maybe? I don't know. I can't even remember. I just went crazy when I saw like her book in, I think it was in Miss Southern Bell's live, and I saw them and I saw the paper and I looked, I was like, oh, I think I gotta have that. And then I just went on a whole trip. Okay, she's really cute. So even though for some I don't like big face coloring, there's something about the other things in it that like all together that I like. Oh, she's adorable. Okay, these are, I like these little ones because, and I'm probably going to come to this one before any other one, maybe, perhaps, whatever. Like I am, and then I say maybe, I don't know, perhaps. But because they're small and I can figure out how to approach her illustrations. Because that's what I did in that other book, the Halloween book. Oh, that's really pretty. Oaken Mead. Yeah, so this book is this is it just says a fantasy art adventure. So that's what this one is, and then this one is Alice in Wonderland. And then other than that, I've got the Halloween one, which is nearby somewhere because I was coloring in that one last. So yeah, I got 5 of her books. All of a sudden, bam, went there. I don't know what that was about. No, 4. 4. That's the Kirby book. So 4. I have 4 of her books. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking the Fantasy Art Adventure and the Alice one. Yeah. But I'm gonna probably stick with the panel ones, or I might make a copy of one of the pages and try some things out with it first before um, going whole hog in the book. Because that paper is like, wow, wow. I know I keep saying it, but really, that paper, just the design of the book, really, that's like you finish coloring it and then you put it on your coffee table. You know what I mean? Especially because she also gives the backgrounds of each illustration, description of it, and where she showed it, what she created it for, all that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know, she put a lot of time into it and effort, and there's actually, shows that her work has been in. So this feels like it merits more effort from me to color it. And so I'm practicing coloring rocks. Oh, I lost my loop. There it is. There's my loop. So I wonder, do I need to do this planet? I almost feel like doing the planet now, but then if my hand's going to keep going over, that might not be a good idea. So I'm going to wait. I don't really want too much of this. When I started looking at this page, I started thinking about coloring the background, and what color to do it, and what to do it with. And even though it seems kind of scary, the prospect of coloring the background, and feeling like that acrylic paint, like giving myself a second chance with that blue, and paying attention and doing it right this time. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. And then if I had made the background that dark blue, the yellow being on top would look really cool, I think. The rocks being yellow. But I gotta, it's like working towards that payoff. It's kind of what I gotta keep in mind. Work towards the payoff. It's gonna pay off if you stick with it. And I might need to find a different blue paint. I don't know. I don't know if it was that paint or how I applied it, but it didn't do anything on the camel page that in the other book. It did not, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it went down like that black went down in on the snake page. And on the snake page I used that Mondo Llama paint, but they didn't have that dark blue in the Mondo Llama paints. And there wasn't one in that set, at least. And so I used like one of the, I don't know, one of those brands you find like at Walmart in the craft section. And I don't know, I think the quality might have mattered. And then too, for some reason, I bought a gloss in addition to getting the matte, but I used the matte. And I wonder if I should have used the gloss. And so maybe I might try using the gloss on here, because I don't really plan on painting anything over it or putting anything on top of the black background. What am I going to put on top of it, right? So maybe I'll do that. Use the black gloss and see what happens. Ooh, all these rocks look alike. I can't remember which one I was coloring. Which rock? They all look the same. Maybe I should put a little yellow in all of them. And then tweak them from there. That's an idea. This poor cream pencil is getting a workout. I think that's what I might do. Use the glossy blue. Worst thing that could happen is I messed up a page of rocks. But I could probably do something with that too. I don't know. Texturize the background or something. Get real wild and crazy with it. I think I already went over that one, but Just realized I'm not using Restream Music, which is okay. I don't want too much on there. So I was online yesterday looking for crumpets, of all things, looking for crumpets. I don't know why I was looking for crumpets. I wonder if like a trip to the UK is in my near future. I have relatives there, and my sister's been there and has met them, but I haven't. But I don't know. And when she went there, she asked them like I don't know what they were going somewhere to eat or whatever, or what time of day it was, and she's like, "Where's the crumpets?" And they just kind of looked at her. She said, "We don't eat them things." But I was online, and I remember a long time ago getting a food catalog from somewhere. Every once in a while, I would order like something kind of, um, kind of like quote unquote exotic or like just different, just to treat myself. And there was a catalog that I got that would always have would have Wolferdin's um, baked goods in it, and they had crumpets and these English muffins that I guess were supposed to be extra thick or something. And I went online and I noticed they still, um, those are still sold. Wolfernins is still in business, and they still have those crumpets and those cheddar cheese English muffins. And I had never ordered them back then because I was like, nah, I couldn't really, I don't know what it was. I couldn't justify it in my budget or whatever. And I almost ordered some the other day. I'm still thinking about it because I really have always wanted to try those cheddar cheese English muffins. That just sounds good to me. And they're like really thick. But then I also want crumpets. And I couldn't find a package where you could add the crumpets and the English muffins. I don't know if I wasn't looking hard enough or whatever, or the price. I don't know. Them prices are crazy on them things. Crazy. So I had to look a little more to find something I wanted, or wait till they have a deal or something. But I really want to try those cheddar cheese English muffins, and I really want to try a crumpet. Try eating crumpets because they look good. And then I looked up on YouTube a recipe for crumpets, and man, they look like way too much work. I was like, no, that is something that you buy, you don't make at home because I ain't got time for all that. Like it's almost like you cook them you need a form, like a round form to put them in. Um, they also have, I guess, they have yeast in them, so you got to do a process with that with the yeast and butter, and then when they're in the form, you actually cook them in the frying pan somehow. I don't know. Like all this kind of, I was like, I ain't got time for all that. Be better for me to buy them. Amazon doesn't have them, or they have some, but they don't look. Did I see it in the U.S. one? And they don't look all that appetizing on there. And I'd be kind of suspect, like they might come. Oh, and somebody did have a recommendation, review on there where they were saying like they got moldy really fast and whatever, whatever. Like, no, that sounds like a whole lot of trouble too. Whereas I think with Wolfernins, they will take more care with things like that. But then you pay the price for that care. But I want a crumpet. Maybe that's, you know what? Maybe the Alice in Wonderland has me thinking about it. Because don't they say something about that in Alice in Wonderland about the crumpets? I want a crumpet. I've always wanted to try a crumpet. I want a crumpet. Then I'll have to invite somebody over so we can have a crumpet adventure together. Oh, that would be fun. Oh my gosh. I should have it like a tea party. I know somebody who might like that. And he has a black cat that I've been dying to meet. His cat is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. Yeah, now I'm just thinking about crumpets. It just seems like there must be someplace else in the USA where you can get crumpets. Although I did see another place. It's in Vermont, and while they did look good, they seemed like they were more expensive than the Wolfernens. It's hard to say that word, but there were other things on their site that were enticing, but I wasn't supposed to be there for other things. I was supposed to be there for crumpets. So I don't know. What would be nice? Well, their leaves might be gone by now, though. Would be to drive there and go to the store. Day trip, or day and a half trip, or 2 day trip. Depends where in Vermont they are, I guess. I'm not sure if it's like, I'm not sure how far it is from here to Vermont. I don't think it's that far, but I actually think Canada is closer, believe it or not. But, like any place in Canada, not Nova Scotia, that's far. That's probably about as far as Vermont. Well, further. That's somewhere I wouldn't mind visiting, is Nova Scotia. Except, I don't know, I wonder how their recovery has been from those wildfires 2 summers ago, I think it was. I felt bad because it happened to them right at the beginning of their tourist season. It's like bad timing. People coming up here to camp and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I gotta, I don't know, traveling thing on me or something. I don't know. Something's going on. One by one, we are getting our rocks colored. That's how it works. Just knock them out. Oh, that's really yellow. I got or red. Knock some of that color out. How long have I been on? Okay, hour and 20 minutes. I need to do this corner one, that one. Those are bigger. Can I get up there without... Do we want a different tint on the... Excuse me. So it was so windy today. It was so windy. It's calmed down now, which is kind of surprising with the way that wind was blowing. It's like you were blowing something in. What are you blowing in? And I don't think we really had any, anything happen unusual yet with the weather, but I gotta see what the temperature is going to go down to. Because if the temperature is going to drop, I suspect we're going to get snow. Because I looked and I saw that like Minnesota got a little bit of snow. So like, if we get snow, it's going to be like that too, probably. Just like a dusting, but it'll be cold enough for it. Because the way that wind was blowing in, it was like 79 degrees yesterday out of the blue. So, it's kind of like the cold front hits the warm front, and then, it usually makes something happen. But nothing's happened yet. I haven't heard any, no thunder and lightning, not really any real rain, just kind of speckly kind of rain. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that like 79 degrees, so it's like, really? This is October. So it was 79 degrees on Halloween night. I didn't even check to see, like, when I heard it was going to be that warm, I was like, uh-oh. Because in the nearby city, I'm thinking, okay, well, the cops are going to be really busy. Hopefully nothing crazy happened. People are so weird. Man, I really got a whole bunch of pencils I need to put in my cart, my Blick cart for the future. Because I'm definitely favoring some of these colors over others. Where's that? Is it all one? Oh, I think that's all together. I want crumpets. You know, I can't believe that there's nowhere like in New York City that has crumpets. That's what kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of amazed. Or Canada. I'm like, seems like I would have several sources for getting crumpets. I must not be looking in the right place or something. Open area, top left, up here, and make the rocks have a glow. Yes, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Like it's like a magnetic, some kind of magnetic field. Hmm, that sounds interesting. Only, well, the challenge for me, I guess, would be making the glow. But I kind of, while I'm doing this, I have in my mind where the light is coming from, but I don't know that I'm showing the light coming from the right place because that always befuddles me. But um, I like that idea. Thank you. That's gonna be in my head while I do this. Because like the whole picture, I don't know what they're doing if it's almost like the rocks are they're like circular around the planet. So what is this supposed to be like? Because like didn't they say like Saturn? That's what the ring around Saturn is. Is it actually like a bunch of rocks? Sorry, hate to say say it like that. Just like really blunt. But I don't know. But that's interesting. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that. Oh, I might be able to do that. Oh, the rocks. We're getting them done though. We're going. We're just like moving. Definitely got more color than when I started. This initially. This is one by one. Yeah, it is, but I could always ignore the other side because it's going to be split up anyway when the book breaks in half. Don't I sound miserable? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound miserable. Sarcastic. Yeah, because like with the page, because it doesn't actually, it doesn't. I mean, the book falls apart. The pages aren't going to be together, so I could kind of just do what I wanted on this side. If Kirby wanted me to paint it as a whole page, he should have made it a whole page. How about that? Getting homegirl on Kirby Rosanna's. I wonder if his ears ring every time we talk about him. He probably thinks he has tinnitus. I'm going to the ear doctor. See what happens? You just start going in and coloring each one, and then you kind of forget that that's what you're doing. You just keep doing it, and it just happens. That's basically how I've been coloring this from the beginning. I just didn't even really think about it. I just kept filling in color, filling in color. And it's kind of relaxing because I feel like I've kind of have part of my head turned off, you know, while I'm doing it. So it doesn't bother me that I'm just repetitively just coloring over everything. It doesn't bother me. It's actually relaxing because it's just like same thing again, 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 again. So I guess that's one way to approach. Yeah. I guess the benefit here is that they're all the same thing. They're all rocks. Whereas on some of his other pages, everything is different. But still, if you did like a search and destroy with those, and you made those all the same color, every like object the same color, I suppose you could, tackle it that way. With his unidentified Kirby objects, as they call them. And like, we need to sharpen this pencil. Yeah, I actually wasn't live earlier. Hey, Mary. I actually did an upload. Um, like what I when I got home, I just started recording um, me working on, you know, that one page on the background, and then I uploaded it because I wasn't sure if it felt like going live yet or not, and I was kind of tired and kind of figuring out like what do I need to do, and I don't know. I was in the and I still needed to eat and other stuff, so look how that like really just. But yeah, so then I finally decided to come live. It's like, yeah, you might as well. You can't really do much else today. As far as work, I needed a break. I'll work tomorrow. Maybe do a little bit before I go to bed. I slept good last night. I had 7 hours sleep, which was nice. We really are moving along on this. I like this. Just like bang, bang. Get her done. I need to sharpen. Okay, this is the point that the Tigal gives, and it's on number one, which is kind of nice. So it seems to be working on my Prismacolors too. I don't seem to be having too much breakage with them, with the sharpeners I've been using, which is kind of good, of course. It is good. I've had problems with this white though, but I don't know. It might have been dropped or something. I don't know. But I'm having problems with this one, but not with um, most other pencils in the set. I've been using so much of that Prussian green, which I don't even understand because it's not a color I would have thought I would have picked out and used a lot, but I have been picking it out and using a lot. I'm not sure what's up with that. But I'm wearing that one down quick. It does. You can, because it's like you can see the actual like the little pockets that the sweater has in it like that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like every little, little, I don't even know what you call it. Just every, it's amazing. You did a great job on that. And yeah, you should talk to somebody. Well, I mean, it's up to you, of course, but I feel like you should talk to somebody about doing a coloring book because I could see myself coloring those images you did. And I think, I mean, it reminds me of images that I see in coloring books. And a lot of people like hand drawn images, you know. Ooh, where did that come from? A little bit of brown. You're welcome. And we really are going to town on these rocks. Yeah, I do too. It seems to be like working well. It's like I have one of these somewhere that like I don't know where it is. I lost it somehow, but like I decided to open up the second one that I had just recently and I thought, okay, this was working pretty good. So someday I'll find that other one somewhere. Might be behind this desk somewhere in a spot where I can't get to it because like I said, this desk, the way it's like an L-shaped desk, it's really huge, and like the only way it's coming out of here is in pieces. We're gonna have to like chop it up and pull it out because it's so big, and it's just made of like I don't know, the top of it or whatever is pressboard. It's not like a nice old-fashioned desk or anything, but it's just you know, although it might be made better than some of the things made now. It's just like gotta be probably I'm thinking probably 20 years old. I don't know how that falls as far as desks, but actually seeing these all colored yellow like this kind of almost is like it helps me see the whole image better and I can figure out more. Do I want a glow coming from somewhere and what angle? I don't know. It's interesting. Again, it's that blocking out colors, which is basically what I'm doing. It's just I'm coloring everything yellow because they're all the same object. But yeah, and see, like, people get tired of that, So like to have a hand drawn images, that's special, and that's your marketing. Your marketing angle there too is to say these are all hand drawn. It's just like the woman who did that coloring book all with like toothpicks. I have that book and I haven't colored in it at all yet. I don't know when I will, but it's just like her. She did all her illustrations with the toothpicks. That's like definitely that's a um. I mean, not to sound like a merchandiser, but that is well. It actually makes the nature of the coloring book. It has a quality to it that separates itself from others in a particular way. And there's room for all kinds of ways, but that way is one way that not everybody can do. And when I see your images, I immediately see like I would color them, you know. I wonder if this guy should be darker. That's one thing I'm thinking about, like the light. Or have this part be lighter and then have it darker going in gradually. I have to think of how to do that. Who knew coloring rocks could be so much fun? Uh-oh. Hey, it is relaxing. I have to say that. I get to get my like coloring hard frustrations or whatever out because I seem to be doing that, but I think that's okay because of the blending that I'm probably going to do on these and the light color pencils and being able to blend with them. There's something about it that it just works nice with the Prismacolors. 2 years ago, I never thought I'd be complimenting a Prismacolor pencil. I didn't think that would happen. Well, I didn't say it wouldn't, but I definitely wasn't complimenting them 2 years ago. Let's put it that way. So I have to go in a little bit. Oh, is it? You mean this one or the mythographic one? I'm gonna do this. One thing with this, I can tell all of the ones that are yellow. It's easy to tell. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's part of the charm of these books is that he drew them. He drew the illustrations. Wow. How much pencil? Where's my point? Point's gone. Let me check something. Why hear all this racket downstairs? What is he doing? What is my husband doing down there? Oops, wrong one. I need another window. Okay, 52 degrees right now. It's only going down to the 40s. That's not bad. It's definitely not snow. Check the weather. So I kind of think this is probably a good place to stop. And I still have those rocks up there, but I don't necessarily need to do those tonight. I want to do the ones under here because to do those, I'm probably going to flip the book. Um, and I need to think about whether I am going to deal with both pages of this as one page, or if I'm just going to deal with it as two different pages. Sorry, this looks like cheese. It's cheese. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Happy Friday. Yeah, I think I have a feeling everybody else will probably be using the Flights of Fancy book, the newest one, but I don't have that one. So, and I didn't really want to get it. It's like, just call me Brat, but like, I don't know. There's only one book I know I want to run out and get when it's new. Well, I'm getting the Foxy's books. I'm getting, um, but other than that, like the Kirby book in March, that's the new book I want, and I have that on pre-order. Other than that, the only new book I think I want to get, well, that I am gonna ever get is until that. Well, I shouldn't say that. Never say never. But is are ones made by content creators on here. So don't nobody come out with another book for a little bit, please. Just kind of. I'm just teasing. I like supporting folks on here. So. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like a slice of lasagna or something. I don't like that up there. I want white over here. That's really going to come out white. It didn't really, did it? Bubbles! Which one is this? Oh, dark brown. That's why it's dark. Duh. I don't mind that. I need to up my coffee intake. I know it's late, but I haven't had enough coffee today. I've been going pumpkin spice. I bought the Starbucks pumpkin spice creamer, and I probably need to go get some more before the season's over. But it's really good. It's actually really good. And I bought some protein shakes in a bottle, and they had pumpkin spice flavored. I like drink those at work because I have I have like a break between things there, and so like by the time I get to like third class, I'm getting kind of loopy, and so I bring a protein shake or some kind of a Belvita bar or something like that. So okay, Mary, you have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. And yeah, they had pumpkin spice flavored protein drink, and it's actually really good too. So I'm just gonna become a pumpkin spice junkie until the season's over. I used to like Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice coffee, but well, I used to even like their coffee, but I don't really like their coffee anymore. It's not strong enough. It's like Starbucks is too strong, and Dunkin' Donuts isn't strong enough. So I just like making my coffee at home. Ooh, that one looks weird. So I wonder if I should have that one be more yellow, even though I like it like that. Hmm. I don't know if I'll regret that or not. Let's not do that just yet. Why does it sound like there's football on? A football game tonight? Oh, might be college. College. Oh, temperatures are to drop tomorrow. That's what this says. I can't believe I'm spending so much time on rocks, but I like how they look. I really am enjoying this. Ivy went, or if they're figuring out the IG thing. Or Ivy. Did I say Ivy? Ivy or Mary? I meant to say Ivy. I'm still kind of Instagram challenged. And then that Threads thing came out. Whoever, I guess it belongs to Meta, but like, I don't know. One day I just was trying to go on IG and I got all this thing, getting these notices about Threads, and it's like, I don't know, whatever. Click, click, click. And all of a sudden I'm on Threads. I'm like, I don't know where I am. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't understand the Threads thing. I kind of, I don't know. It's too much like Facebook, and like I'm trying not to do, I don't know. If you watched before, I got my personal things with Facebook right now. I need to, it reminds me of my friend, and I can't be on there. And plus, there's a lot of junk on there. It's like outside of talking into to the people that I like on there, it's just too much junk I have to filter through, and it's like, oh, please. Especially in this season we're in, this political season, and I just don't have time for it. I don't want anybody like I'm tired of all the talk. I don't want to be any part of it. I'm gonna vote, and that's that. And that's pretty much all anyone needs to know from me on there. Nothing else. So I guess the Dodgers won the World Series, which was pretty cool. No, I'm not a Yankees fan, but it's nice that the Dodgers won. I think it's been a while since they've won a. Unless, I mean, I haven't been paying attention to any sports too much the past 4 years, 5 years, but I think it's been a long time since the Dodgers won a World Series. Like, honestly, personally, I can't remember them winning one since I was like maybe in my teens or something. So that's kind of good. I like that. Oh my gosh, wow, 4 hours? Well, thank you for doing it. It's important to exercise our right as American citizens, no matter who you voted for. Thank you. I kept thinking I was going to do it since what? Since, I don't know, since last week? Was it this week? Whenever. Weekend? I knew I kind of didn't want, well, no, I didn't know didn't want to go on the weekend because I thought about going on Saturday. Every time I thought about going, I was like, well, and it kind of is just seeming to me like the best time for me to go is just on Tuesday because I can go like at like 2 o'clock or something like that, and I don't think there will be as many people there at my polling site. Whereas if I went to vote early, I'd have to go to the county site, which is convenient in that it's on my way home from work, but the parking lot isn't that big, and the building is kind of awkwardly shaped, and so it seems like it's not that big. And even when I was driving home, it was packed. And I was like, oh, well, I guess not today either. So, I think I'm gonna just wait until Tuesday because I think the lines are gonna be too long and things like that. Whereas they got the whole program set up on election day, and you just go through it's like assembly line, and you're in and you're out. So plus I don't work on Tuesdays, so I can just go, you know, right when they open if I wanted to, and get in and get out because most people will be at work or whatever. So, and I'll get treats. They usually have cookies and stuff around there. But plus, I think it's less likely for any people to be around, any trifling folk to be around if I go to the regular one. Although I don't know where they'd fit if they went to the county one either, but I don't know. I feel like I just trust it better. That's just where I live, though. I have voted early before. I voted early in the last presidential election. And we went on a Sunday and it was rain and we had to stand outside for a bit. But we got it done. This one looks almost like a reverse turtle. But voting is important. When you have a say, you should be able to say. And you should exercise your right to say. Who is leading you? Local, state, and federal. Always keep an eye on local and state, because many people who wind up on the federal level start off with local and state. Not everybody at local and state moves up, but a lot who wind up in federal do start local and state. And you can follow their whole career, just like I follow, sometimes follow college football players. Because you follow them, it's kind of rewarding when you follow college basketball and football players up until like their whole college career, and then see them get drafted onto a pro team. There's something very gratifying about that. There should also be something gratifying about that with, with politics. Or, at least then somebody who you don't want up there in federal and you can keep them out. Aww. Well, that was nice. Aww. Didn't want her falling out in the line. I don't blame her. Blame him. Let's see what I'm coloring. I'm really knocking out these rocks, man. I like that. I do need to go soon, though. But I kind of get, like, hooked on just doing this repetitive kind of. I'm wondering if I look back at this, like, tomorrow or the next day, if I'll kind of see a pattern, or if I'll see a pattern I want to follow with these, with the color, like trying, make dark and light. And I'm purposely now not adding that bright yellow and just leaving the pale yellow, because I feel like that'll be the thing. This will be the color that determines, like, the pattern or direction they're going. That, and then this, because they're kind of more brighter colors. I don't know. There's a name for it, but I can't remember what the name is for them. But so I'm kind of purposely not using that right now, because I want to see, is there a pattern with them. Maybe yellow going underneath, and then the paler one going on top. I don't know. Kind of wish I had a gelato right now. I don't know why. I'll save that for next week after they work on my teeth. Gelato might be all I can handle. Okay, now that was weird. I don't know why I did that. Kind of trying to follow his lines. A little bit, I think, for where the dark and the light is. But I don't know that I'm always following it though. And there's these guys. No, the ones on top I'm not sure what to do with. Too dark. Hmm. I kind of like these not having as much on them, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Especially with the jet going over them. The rocket ship. Then I can make this in the corner a really deep yellow, and this kind of deeper, especially as we get into here. That might be how I do it. We will think on it. Okay, so I've been on here 2 hours and 13 minutes. So I think I'm gonna go start to yawn. Maybe I'm tired, or maybe I'm gonna go for some coffee. Get some coffee and go for a round of maybe trying to do some work. So thank you for joining me, and it was nice seeing you, Ivy, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday at the Fox's Den with your Camellia Dorico page book. And Bubbles, have a good night at work. Don't let the turkeys get you down. It's the season to say that, right? And J. Carey, supportive as always. Bless you. And Mary, enjoying her dinner. And everybody have a good night.